Hello and welcome to Mad About Sports for yet another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about that super over thriller. Not just one super over, double super over thriller between India and Afghanistan. Before we get into this video, do not forget to check out our courses with Mad About Sports. If you're new here, if you are into analytics, if you're now wanting to work with numbers, and if you want to work with your favorite sporting team or your IPL franchise, do not forget to check out our course with Mad About Sports because this is where you can kickstart your career in analytics. The link is down in the description and have all of you watching the video. So yeah, let's talk about this particular game, the 30-20I, which is played in Bengaluru between India and Afghanistan. Obviously, coming into this particular game, India already clinched the series 2-0. So India wanted to try a few things out. Therefore, they made few changes. Obviously, Sanju Samson coming into the team, someone like Jitesh Sharma moving out, Arshdeep Singh sitting out, Avesh Khan coming in, Kuldeep Yadav coming in, and Akshar Patel going out. So obviously India made these changes going into this game, and to add to that, India decided to bat first. Now remember, when India decided to bat first in this game, you thought India could go all out berserk from the word go and keep wickets in hand, but that wasn't to be. India lost 4 wickets for 22 runs, and that possibly was the worst start which India could have gotten heading into that first power play. From there on, it was always an uphill climb, but that is where the big partnership came into play. The highest ever partnership in T20Is for India, 190 runs, where RInku, Singh, and Rohit Sharma had a phenomenal game. I mean, Rohit Sharma coming into this game, there was a lot of pressure on him. Let's be honest, there was a lot of pressure on Rohit Sharma, the player, because he had two back-to-back ducks, where he got out for the duck in the first game without scoring and by having a run out. And in this particular game, coming into this, before this, he got out for a first ball duck to Fazal Haq for rookie. So the fact of the matter is, there was a lot of pressure on Rohit Sharma, the player, and he had to score runs. But what a time for him to step up as a captain and as a player as well. Now, remember, him scoring that 121 also set up a new record for India for scoring the most number of T20 hundreds. That's the most by any player in T20Is. And Rinku Singh once again scoring a valuable 69 of 39 balls at a strike rate of 176. Now, these both in combination took down Afghanistan bowlers. Remember, they gave their time. They had to bide their time primarily because of the conditions which was in offer. The ball was doing quite a bit, and they had to fight it out. It wasn't the most easiest conditions just to go out there and hit. Farid Ahmed was bowling really well, picked up Virat Kohli for a duck, picked up Sanju Samson for a duck, and he was in top form. And he also took the wicket of Yashasvi Jaiswal. So they had to bide their time, especially when it comes to giving respect to someone like a Farid Khan. But then what really happened, Farid Ahmed rather, when it comes to them taking down the bowlers at the right time was the most interesting part of this, because remember they took on Qais Ahmed, Starbed, and they targeted Omar Zai, but the way in which they targeted someone like Karim Jan, especially the last over 36 ones, Mohammad Salim, who they knew was an inexperienced bowler. But that's where you have to give credit to someone like Rohit Sharma and him batting with Rinku Singh, who showed a lot of composure and experience. To be very honest, Rinku Singh is playing his first season for Team India, but the way in which he's maturing with every game, it's a sight to watch, because what he has done is to come under pressure and to help India out of trouble. Now, you could have said 22 for 4, most of the teams won't even score 150 from there on. The high chances that team might just capitulate for a good 140, 150, and you might think that's a respectable total considering it was 22 for 4. But from there on to go to score 212, and the way in which India finished, that was incredible. That was just purely incredible batting. Especially, let's talk about the last over in which they hit that 36 runs of Karim Jan hitting 5 sixers, 1 4, and a couple of runs there. But that was just sheer class, and especially Rinku Singh's finishing ability is just at its absolute best at this point. Now you have to say that when you pick up the T20I World Cup, T20 World Cup squad for the World Cup in June, Rinku Singh should be a certainty in that 11. because there is nobody in the Indian team right now who could do that job consistently. And the way in which he's been able to deliver consistently has really put him in a very high pedestrian. So there is no doubt that Rinku Singh will be there. But to add to all the Rohit Sharma, that 121 he scored was of the highest class. As I mentioned, he came into this game with a lot of pressure, but he took down the ballers. He knew that this is an opportunity to take the risk at the right time and score big because his team needs him. And he also becomes the most number of sixes hit by a captain in T20Is. Now that's a very interesting stat for him to have. Rohit Sharma this year has been a master hitter. Since the World Cup, he has found a new mojo when it comes to his power hitting, and he's taken it up. Yeah, the first two games not giving the result, but you'd have to admit that when Rohit Sharma is on song, there's not a lot of batters who's as hard as big a hard hitter as him, or can come to his peak when it comes to hard hitting. Now that's where Rohit Sharma is in a different class altogether. But having said that, it was India's chance to defend it, but Afghanistan played brilliantly. Though Afghanistan might not have won in this game, but two super overs. And to add to that, the way in which this game was taken down, the way in which Gulbadin and Nabi batted in that game, it was just incredible batting. 55 score of 23 balls was incredible. A finisher to come in at the finisher, the way in which he finished the game, and Mohammad Nabi as well. Let's give credit to 34 of 16 out there was outstanding. But it all started off with Rahmanullah Gurbaz giving that quick 550 up top and making sure they were in the chase. Yeah, Ibrahim Zadran did score 50, but his 50 was not the most impactful one because the required run rate when he got out was close to 12. But from there on, Gulbadin Naib and Mohammad Nabi taking the ballers down and making sure Afghanistan inched closer and the fine lower. When Mukesh was defending close to 19 runs to score 18 of it was just incredible batting. And in the super over as well. What incredible batting it was to score 16. Then India obviously mashed it up by scoring another 16. But this is where things get slightly controversial, right? Was Rohit Sharma out in the super over? If Rohit Sharma was considered out, he couldn't have come out to bat in the second super over. Now that is a rule of the game. If you're given out once in the super over, you cannot come to bat second time. So was he retired hurt or retired out? Because retired out is certainly considered as a wicket. Now this is a very grey area. Maybe a lot of things might be explored, and that is slightly controversial as well. Whether Rohit Sharma should have come to bat in the second super over or not. Remember, the first over of Afghanistan scored 16. India needed 17 to win, and Rohit Sharma did bat. And at the second last ball, he went out, retired out. So what had to be looked on to was here was whether that's considered as an out or whether it's considered as retired hurt, where he can come out to bat again. Because Rohit Sharma did come out to bat once again in the second super over, which was to follow in minutes to come from there on, where India went on to score 11 runs and where Afghanistan had to score 12. This is where it was master class captaincy from Rohit Sharma. A spinner, especially someone of Ravi Bishnoi, who had a horrific game to say so. 4 overs, 38 runs, no wickets, and to trust him and to give him that second super over and for him to deliver, that was just incredible. Ravi Bishnoi picking up 2 wickets in the super over, but Afghanistan just managed to score 1 run and finishing the game off right there and then. Now, that is where we'll have to admit that for Rohit Sharma, he had everything working for him yesterday. Let it be the super overs, let it be his batting, everything went in his favor. It's one of those days, and this particular call to give Ravi Bishnoi that second super over was of the highest class when it comes to captainship. Now he knew that a spinner is going to be harder to hit, and Afghanistan batters were finding easier to hit the paces, to take the pace of the ball, and Ravi Bishnoi is not the easiest candidate to hit in this high pressure situation. We've seen that prior, and he delivered by picking up 2 wickets and giving India that crucial victory. But other Rohit Sharma and Rinku Singh, we have to say one of the positives of yesterday's game had to be Washington Sundar. In a game where there was close to 420 odd runs scored, for a bowler to keep an economy of 6, pick up 3 wickets in 3 overs, and to give away just 18 runs, that was incredible. Maybe you could have said maybe he deserved another over. Should Washington have bowled this last over? Maybe yes, maybe not, because he has still had one more over to be bowled. But he had a phenomenal game, and that's going to be India's massive, massive positive going into the World Cup. They know that if Washington can now carry this performance into the IPL, pick up wickets, it's going to be very important for him, and he might just get a call up into the 15 for the World Cup. Now, what was interesting about Washington Sundar's bowling was, remember, he was bowling in one of the smallest grounds in the country, one of the highest scoring grounds in the country. The way in which he varied the pace, the way in which which he was confident, dropped down the pace consistently. That's what really stood out for me. And that's what really gave him the success in the game last evening. So, for all that matter, you can say India have ticked multiple boxes in this series, especially Shivam Dube's performance. He was also adjudged as the man of the series. Rohit Sharma coming good in the last game. Rinku Singh continuing his form. Jitesh Sharma looking to fit in that role of number five. And or more often than all that, what India be really happy with is Yashasvi Jaiswal. Because they have found a blistering opener in terms of the way in which he's been able to take down opposition bowlers, the way in which he's been able to play with such ease, and that's what really matters at the end of the day. If you can play with that confidence, if you can go out there and execute your plans and play fearlessly, which India did yesterday for that matter, and India played fearlessly throughout this series, and I think India would want to carry this forward into the T20 World Cup. Remember, this was the last game India had played prior to the T20 World Cup, and the next game is going to be against Ireland in June in the T20 World Cup. So if you really like this video, do not forget to share and subscribe to our channel. We bring you all this content time and time again when it comes to cricket and latest sporting updates across the world. So subscribe to our channel and also like this video. That will really help us reach out to people. And once again, if you are into numbers, if you're into analytics, if you want to make a career working for your favorite cricket team or a favorite media house, and if you want to make a career in cricket, this is your opportunity to check out our cricket analytics workshop. It's a 5-day workshop. You don't need to have any prior knowledge of data or analytics. Come there with a free mind, and maybe this could be a kickstart to your dream career in cricket analytics and work with your favorite IPL team. Call the shots sitting in the dressing room or in the auction table. So, yeah, check it out with Mad About Sports. The link is down in the description. Take care, all of you, and see you all very soon.